The first human settlement in Chengdu was built 4,500 years ago. So there must be some treasures buried here for thousands of years. In 2001, a gold foil was unearthed at Chengdu's Jingsha site. It is 0.02 centimeters in thickness and 12.5 centimeters in diameter. This magnificent artifact was later made the symbol of Chengdu, the songbird.
I think the symbol, and they're astonishingly beautiful.
Chengdu's earliest civilization appeared 3,000 years ago. The ancient Shu civilization worshipped the sun, birds, light, and nature. All the 5 great ancient civilizations in the world worshipped the sun. It dictated the life of the ancient Shu people and their worldview.
像成都城也从那个地方开始兴起，金山是成都的 DNA。
I think now with the work done over the last couple of decades in the Chengdu Plain, it's clear that there's a story in Sichuan that's equally interesting and important, all of which are relevant and connect eventually together in the story of East Asia as a whole.
The ancient Chinese thought rhinoceros could separate water while swimming. That must be how Li Bing and his son were inspired to build the Dujiangyan irrigation system by separating the Ming River in 256 BC, which is the world's oldest and only irrigation system that is still functioning without a dam.
你看很多工程，关上50年，关上100年就不得了了。对。这个工程居然关了2000多年。
It is said that Li Bing made 5 stone rhinoceros around Chengdu. Only this one was unearthed after 2 millennia.
Entrer dans un musée, c'est rentrer dans une civilisation, en fait. C'est aussi un voyage dans le temps.
In 141 BC, Wenweng, the governor of Chengdu, set up the first official school in China, Wenweng Shishi School. It was like a cultural cradle that nurtured Chengdu into one of the most cultured regions in China. Over 300 years later, Liu Bei founded the Shu Kingdom during the Three Kingdoms period, a time that fascinates Japanese and South Koreans.
Most of Japanese know many stories about China, Chinese our ancient stories, especially 삼국시대.
우리 한국 사람으로서 우리 한국 전통복을 입고 이렇게 가는 것들을 아주 기쁘게 생각합니다.
Wuhou Shrine is abundant in statues and monuments. Where lies the Prime Minister's shrine? In the forest outside the city of Chengdu. Zhuge Liang is remembered by people both in literature and in their hearts. Over 5 centuries later, after Zhuge Liang's death, in the spring of 760 AD, Du Fu settled in the west of Chengdu and built his little thatched cottage.
And he just has a simple and peaceful life for 3 years, writing about 240 poems. These should be only played in the heaven. How lucky if you're here on the earth. Do you enjoy this poem?
That's beautiful.
Jiaozi, regarded as the first paper currency in history, made its debut in Chengdu, the origin of Silk Road in 1024. Starting from the east, this soft currency has connected the world at east. Chengdu dares to innovate. Chengdu remains the city as depicted in Du Fu's poems. Music still lingers in the city. Shu embroidery and Shu brocade still dress up the city. Sichuan opera continues to tell the ups and downs. Now be it the independent bookstore or the Heming Tea House, the old lanes of Yuling Block or the old factory buildings in eastern suburb memory, Chengdu West Village or Sino-Ocean Taikuli Chengdu, Blue Roof Art District or Lux Lakes Eco City. They are all witnesses to Chengdu's 4,500-year-old history and its promising future. Chengdu's 4,500 years history is only but one thing of the Earth's 4.5 billion-year-old history, but it puts up a very good show that attracts and engages people. When the sun rises, people are woken up by the yearning for Chengdu's life aesthetics.